Welcome back, ladies and gents. Welcome back to part two of the bit of a deep dive into the Move Transition plugin and more what else it can actually do. So we're just going to go straight into it. No extra stuff today. So here we have. We've got the second OBS we've got here, and one of the bits that's really good with this is you can use part of the Move Transition plugin called Move Value. So we're going to use this. So we're going to go to the filter. We're going to right click and we're just going to add an effect first, because this is where it's going to really show you how this is going to be used. So we're just going to add a fisheye effect, which is part of the oh, I've already got that one. That's probably why. Let's just delete it. I was testing. Let's remove that. So this one, it's an effect that you can get with the user-defined shaders through the Stream Effects plugin. Go into that maybe in a future video about some different shaders you can use. So we're just going to call this one Fisheye. We're just going to load this in from text file that's in here. Loads of different ones you get that come originally with it. I'm going to fisheye this. So initially we've got an effect on a camera. What we want to do is, and obviously when we're doing this, you can trigger these move values with things like Streamer Bot, Lure on Board, BQ Bot, so on and so forth. But what we're going to do is we're going to use the move value. So we're going to show you it here because I've got them in. We're going to add a move value. We're going to call this one Fish Eye On. And my second ABS seems to have oh no, there we go, it's caught up. There we go. I say I thought it crashed. So what we have in the move, we're going to show you a little bit in here. So in the move values section, so you've got to select a filter that you want to use. We're going to use the fisheye. We want it to be a single setting. Settings, as in all the settings. Do a random, and then there's add. I've not used the add section, but we're going to use settings for now. What this does is we get the values of all the ones that are in there at the moment that cause this effect. So there is a little. Going to get those values. That gets it all. Gets all the values that are currently on that filter at the time. The next bit is your custom duration. So for most things, I like about a second on these. You can put a delay if you want it to delay before it. Once you trigger the effect, trigger the filter, you can put a slight delay on it, or an end delay as well. Next one is obviously ease in, ease out. Again, you've got to test these out, see which one works best for you, and filter only enabled when moving. So filter only enabled when moving. So there's that one there. I leave that ticked on. A lot of these, then you can play around with all these different sections, but a lot of the time it works straight out of the box as it is. You can have a simultaneous movement, so if you wanted to trigger something else with it, another filter that you've got on the camera or the source, then you can trigger that at the same time. And then you've got a next move. So the next move is quite a good one to do, because then we can turn it off by only triggering one filter. But we need to add in a second move value, because I've gone past it. So we're going to call this one fisheye off. And this one, again, is just struggling a bit. There we go. Again, we're going to select the filter. Not going to do a single setting. We're going to do settings again. And we'll just show you what this does. So what we're going to do, just going to take this power down to 0. We're going to go to here, and if you watch that, you get the values now on the fisheye off, then it turns it off. We're going to put 1,000 milliseconds, and yes. Then the one we want to do, actually, we're just going to go to this one. The next move we're going to do is fisheye off when fisheye on. I say fisheye a lot here. So if we put that next move on, it will turn it off. But we want to just quickly blend delay. Do it for say 2 seconds. this end delay on the fisheye on one will mean that it will wait before it goes to the next move. But ideally now what this will do, we have this fisheye effect on with the user defined shader. With the move value we can turn it on and then it'll turn it off 2 seconds later. So easy, so easy. And you could put this move value on probably virtually anything that's in your OBS. And I've used it in different effects. You can, let me examples. So move value. Put on this. Let's turn an image on. There we go. So if we want to do filters, move, have a look. So if we want to do a blur, so we just want to put a blur on this, we can do that. We can go to move value, and we'll just call it move value for again. Go to your select your blur. We don't want a single setting, we want settings because I find that gets the best one. We get the value from that. You can go to move value again. Second one again. We're not going to worry about names because you can call it again whatever you like. Settings. And what we're going to do on the blur one, we're just going to take it back default. That's probably the way. We're going to get the values. And it's as simple as that. So when you trigger that on, it puts that on. And if you want it to go back, you can literally do it on anything. Another quite a good one is random. I like this I do this with my camera border. So I'll drop the link to that video. Or I might even put a box at the top of how to do that as well. But it's a random one. You can select the setting. You can do size. You do a minimum, say 15. And this one now, probably not the best one to do it with actually. It will change. Should change. No, I've got to admit I've not played around with that too much, so I won't. But I have done it with certain bits on. With the size of the blur, I believe. Yeah. So we'll do. Let's go for crop and pad. So this one, I've not. That random, do bottom, it will and get value. Oh no, we didn't want to get value because it's that. And all we're going to do, there you go. So it will crop it randomly. That's just an example. Obviously, it's not the best thing to use for, but it's quite good when you're doing things like my random camera color. So as you can see on here, I've not even got my BQ bot, so it won't work. Not got that open, but as you can see, it's so powerful. The move value part of the transition. We're just going to turn that crop off. So hopefully this helps. If you've got any questions, please drop them in the comments below. And make sure you do subscribe, please. I'm so close. We are so close. Getting to 1,000 subs, and we're about halfway to the watch hours. Anyway, I'm not going to waffle anymore. Yeah, come and drop. We're not gonna take that out. Anyway, I'll catch you all in the next one, ladies and gents. Peace out.